Today, let's collect Wally West the Flash. Hey everyone, welcome back to JP's Budget Collecting in another episode in our Let's Collect series. Today we're talking about Wally West the Flash, or the original Kid Flash. I'm talking about that original version. I know there's a new Walter West or Wallace West, I guess, but that came in the new 52. We're talking about the original Wally West. Wally was my version of the Flash. He's the one I grew up with. Both just in the comics and in the Justice League cartoon and all that kind of stuff. This is our Let's Collect series, which means it is our guide to the key comics, important stories, and fun covers for a character. So if this is the first time watching one of these, we're going to go through and break down those key comics, and then we'll talk about some stories, and then we'll talk about some fun covers that you can collect as well. Now, the way I do this, because to try to keep these videos from being quite so dated, rather than give you values on some of these comics when I'm talking about them, I have categories that I put those comics in terms of value. I'm going to put those categories on the screen now. But that just helps me give you a range of where the values are instead of specific values. So, first up, we're talking Wally West. He was originally created back in 1959 as the sidekick for the Flash. He was an original member of the Titans, or the Teen Titans. He was part of the new Teen Titans before becoming the Flash. Later, after Crisis on Infinite Earths, he disappeared for a while during the new 52, but he's back now. He's had some ups and downs since his return with Rebirth, but Wally is here and playing an important part in the DC comic universe again. So let's dig in to his key comics. Alright, let's talk those key comics for Wally West the Flash. First up, we have Flash 110 from 1959, his first appearance in comics. Obviously, he was Kid Flash at this point. This is a very big Silver Age book. Next, we have Flash 111 from 1960, his second appearance. Another really big book, and another book that you would really like to get if you're collecting all of Wally's keys. Next, we have Flash 120, his first cover appearance, and first team up with Barry Allen. Another big Silver Age book to try to check off that list. Next, we have the first appearance, Flash 135, the first appearance of his yellow costume that he's known most for throughout most of the 60s, 70s, and early 80s. Next, we jump to the 80s, the New Teen Titans number 39, where Wally retires from being Kid Flash after it just becomes too difficult to continue. Next, we have Crisis on Infinite Earths 12, where Wally decides to become the Flash after the death of Barry Allen during this event. He decides to step back and be a hero again. Next, we have Flash number 1 from 1987, his first solo series as the Flash. A very affordable key book for Wally if you're looking for his first solo. Next, we have two books, Flash 142 and 159, The Marriage of Wally and Linda. They're supposed to get married in 142. It doesn't actually happen until 159 because comics. Next, we have Flash 225, the birth of their twins, Jay and Ira. Just a very affordable key to get more on his family. And finally, we have Justice League number 50, where Wally returns after being erased during the new 52. And finally, we have two bonus keys. Brave and the Bold 54, his first team up with Robin and Kid and Aqualad to kick off what would become the Teen Titans. And then Brave and the Bold 60, the first use of the Teen Titans name and the first appearance of Wonder Girl as they truly become a team. So those were the key comics for Wally West the Flash. Lots of good stuff, a lot of very expensive Silver Age comics there at the beginning, but some more modern stuff as well that you can maybe dig in and find pretty easily. So with that, let's talk about those stories, the important and fun stories. This is by no means meant to be an extensive list. Obviously, you could just start reading his series as the Flash, or read some of those new Teen Titans books. For the most part here, I am sticking to series focused on him, so there's not really any new Teen Titans or any there's no Judas Contract or anything like that, although he's not even really a part of that storyline. But yeah, there's none of that kind of stuff. This is all Wally-centered stories. So let's dig into some of those important stories if you want to read about Wally West. Next up, we got some of the most important and best Wally West Flash stories. First, Born to Run. Mark Waid's attempt at a Wally West Year One style story right after he came on to the book in the early 90s. Just a great kind of kickoff and intro to Wally as the Flash. Next, we have The Return of Barry Allen, another Mark Waid story where Barry is back, or is he? And Wally must find the truth and deal with the consequences of that truth going forward. Next, we have Terminal Velocity, another Mark Waid story. This one, Wally sees the future and starts to do whatever he can to change it, including manipulating his fellow Flash heroes and trying to change a future that he does not want to see come true. Next, we have Blitz. This is our first Jeff Johns story, and it introduces us to Zoom, Wally's version of the Reverse Flash. And Zoom decides Wally needs more tragedy in his life, so he goes after Linda and Wally's family. Next, we got Rogue War, also by Jeff Johns, and the Flash's rogues are battling each other because they believe some of them have been manipulated into being redeemed, and Flash gets caught in the middle. Next, we have Wally West Returns. This is from the most recent run following the Heroes in Crisis stuff, where Wally is ready to give up being a hero, but Barry needs his help, and through that journey, Wally finds the truth, that being a hero is what he is. And then finally, we have 1 Minute War, our most recent story on the list, where the Flash team, the whole family, has to stop aliens that can also use the Speed Force. All right, so those were our important stories. I'm sure there's the ones I forgot. Put those in the chat if there's other things where people should start reading on for Wally. A lot of Mark Waid, some Jeff Johns in there. Now, with that, we're to the fun covers. As always, this is super subjective. So yeah, these are just my choices. They are not in order of what I think least the best in any kind of order other than chronological order from oldest to newest. I do give some values here as well. I will say it was a little tough to find Wally-specific, really cool Flash covers. I wasn't a big fan of a lot of covers on his original run, Volume 2 of The Flash. So that made it a little harder. And then being sure it wasn't supposed to be Barry or somebody else, that it was actually Wally that was on the cover. But these are my 10 choices. As always, put your suggestions for covers in the comments as well. So these are the fun covers for The Flash. All right, last but not least, it's time for those covers. First up, we have Adventure Comics' Adventures of Superman 463. This Dan Jurgens cover gives Wally his chance to race Superman. Next, we have Flash 141 from Volume 2. This Steve Leitic cover is just one I really enjoy with the Black Flash and him running basically from death. Next is what we've been using for our thumbnail, this Michael Turner cover from Flash 211. Just a gorgeous Flash cover. The Michael Turner 207 is also pretty nice. Next, we have Teen Titans Year 1, number 4, this Carl Kerschel cover. I just love this one, just the free spirit of Wally, enjoying the crowd. I just love that cover. Next, we have this Freddie E. Williams cover, Flash 246. I don't know what I love about this one, but I just think it's really cool, all the Flashes making up his mask. Next, we have Flash number 51 from Volume 5 in 2018. This Howard Porter cover is a great homage to that Teen Titans 39 where Wally quit the first time. Next, I know Heroes in Crisis is not something people enjoy, but I really enjoyed this cover with Wally and the family that he'd lost. Heroes in Crisis tried to do something, it didn't really work, but I do love that cover. Next, we have Flash Forward number 4. This In-Hyuk Lee of Flash and Linda. It's just a great cover in my opinion, and I really like it. Next, we have Titans number 3. This recent Jen Bartel cover. She did one of these for all of them in kind of their normal clothes, and I just really like this one of Wally. And finally, we have this Gabriel Del Otto Flash number 2 from volume 6. I just love this Del Otto cover of Wally. Alright, so there you have it. Those are the key comics, the important stories, and the fun covers for Wally West. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you guys for watching, and we will catch you next time. Later.